Hey guys, it's Eric and Karina.
And HR.
And Big Daddy E.
And welcome back to the late podcast, The Law According to Eric.
Well, for fuck's sake, hold on. You know, you don't even have to stop.
Okay.
Law office. Hello?
Okay.
Tell.
All right.
Hold on. Wait. Aren't you going to ask me why I'm Big Daddy this week?
Why are you Big Daddy Eric this week?
Because I was told that this week we're talking about parenting.
Yes.
So that's it. I'm the Big Daddy.
Well, there you go.
All right.
Yes. This week.
I don't know where your minds went.
No, I figured that's what it would be because
okay.
you like to incorporate your name into what it is.
All right.
So yes, Jen chose the title of like crazy over the top parents. So I tried to find stories that related to that. So
yeah, because we were listening to a podcast about the rise of helicopter parents.
Yeah.
And so I thought extreme parenting styles would be a fun topic.
yeah. So I tried to throw everything in there, and I guess we'll just see what we think of it. All right.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly didn't give my permission for her to listen to other podcasts.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I'm getting my parent mode. But
there you go.
Apparently she did anyway.
Exactly.
and thought of this idea.
She's wandering off. She's listening to other podcasts.
And let me just be honest, like from the get-go. Okay, right from jump.
Okay,
Like
from
that.
the jump.
Right from the jump, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how good I'm going to be at this because I was not a very involved, overbearing parent. No, and especially in the beginning, I was working and I was in school full time. I worked full time. It was different. But so we'll see, like what overbearing is like nowadays. Like
Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's get to the first one.
All right.
So the first one is coming from the parent's kid, and this is about how the parent has treated the other kid. Okay. All right.
You mean a sibling?
Yes.
Okay.
So the title is, "Am I the asshole?"
Wait, so this would be like if Josh went on Reddit to bitch about how my parents treated me or something like that?
How they let you do stuff, yes.
Or that's actually probably pretty close to, but okay. All right.
All right. So the title is, "Am I the asshole for not letting my psychopath little sister see my dog?" Okay. For context, I, 25 female, recently moved out of my parents' house. My sister, 13 female, has always stole my parents' attention and on numerous occasions has proven to have psychopathic behaviors. For example, she has killed numerous family pets. My dad always has wanted to punish her, but my mom defended her, saying that she didn't know any better. Now, a year ago, I got my first pet. His name was Arlo, and he was a golden retriever rescue dog, and he lived with me while I searched for apartments. He was about 5 years old, but he was my best friend. I had never been one of the ones to have the biggest friend group, so taking Arlo out every day was what got me out of bed every morning. One day, I arrived at my parents' house after work, but didn't hear Arlo's distinctive bark. I thought the worst, so I ran to my room where Arlo was shaking and whining in agony. My sister had arrived after school and wanted to use Arlo as a pony, ending in a broken spine. In summary, Arlo ended up being buried in our backyard a few hours later. Again, my mom didn't do anything and said, "She's just a kid. Let her do what she wants." A few days ago, my maternal aunt gifted me a Labrador puppy, which I named Buzz. I posted a story on my Instagram, but my family saw it, and now my mom can't stop texting me that my sister wants to meet him. I told her that she won't be seeing him anytime soon. My mom didn't stop insisting, so I ended up blocking her. Yesterday, I woke up with my dog barking at my face. Turns out my mom had taken my sister out of school so that she could meet my puppy. I didn't open the door, but a few minutes later, my sister grabbed her school lunch, banging my window, almost breaking it. I told my mom to control her daughter, but she didn't respond and only stood there, watching the chaos unload. I had to call the cops to get them away, and my dog was terrified, and so was I. Am I the asshole for this?
Oh my God. No, but your sister's a little psycho there.
And so is the mom.
Yeah.
I think the mom's the biggest asshole of this whole thing.
Does mom not have her eyes open?
She's a kid. She doesn't know what she's doing.
Did she, in the beginning, you said she actually had a history of hurting a pet or killing a pet?
Yes, she's killed numerous family pets, is what she said.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
That is actually a sign that, you're going to become the psychopath.
That's how Jeffrey Dahmer started.
Yeah, by killing animals.
Yeah. So did the clown, wasn't he?
Gacy?
Gacy, yeah. Gacy also started quite
Most of them. Richard Ramirez, all these guys. Yeah. It's an interesting first one in that it's not really, I don't think, an over-involved obsessive mom. I think it's one that just doesn't have any ability to control her child.
Right. So I threw both of those kind of.
Yeah. She may have, honestly, just given up. I mean, the kid may be so bad and just does what she wants anyway. She just gets frustrated. I'm like, don't get me wrong. I'm not defending the mom's inactions. I'm just saying, some kids become such a handfuler, and they do that on purpose. They manipulate just to get you to like pull your hair out of your head and get frustrated. Like, fuck it, just do what you want. Leave me alone. And then they do, and then then of course they call you when they fuck up. And but anyway, I'm sorry, I digress. But as far as little Lucinda, the psycho Lucinda, yeah, she needs real help.
No, yeah.
Now, look, I'm going to be honest. Wait, I'm sorry. I'm going to keep it real.
Okay.
Thank you. We're watching this show, The Resident, and the Malcolm Jamal Warner. I don't know if you know who he is, but he played Theo Huxtable on the Cosby Show. He's one of the kids, but he's all grown up now, and he's like this big hulking figure. He's like 6'6", and he's got this like very, very deep, like Barry White voice. And he plays this very arrogant doctor character, but he's also very funny. So
What's his name?
Malcolm Jamal Warner. Yeah, we're literally stopping this so we can look up, a teen icon. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, I have seen him before. Yeah.
No, because I changed my voice.
Yeah.
I was trying to be more like, let me just keep it real for a minute.
He's in Suits. Yeah.
Was he in Suits?
Yeah.
I didn't see Suits. Oh. I didn't really watch it. Everybody said it was good. I should.
As someone who works in a law firm, it's very fake. So I think that's
all legal shows. Yeah.
It was just very fake to see that.
Yeah, all legal shows though are like it's bullshit. But anyway, okay. I'm sorry. Oh, hold on. No, that's okay. This will be part of our gimmick today.
Okay.
Law office.
It's an important notice.
You get to see all our spam calls.
I know.
No, I'm going to wait for the representative.
Oh, I know you are. You're going to tell them to take you off the call list again.
Well, it would be a little different this time. You are, thank goodness, Isaac. I'm very happy you called again, because this is like the 19th time you guys have called me in literally 24 hours. I'm fucking begging you to stop. Literally begging you to stop calling me. This is a business. No, you keep saying that. I need a supervisor. Please, don't hang up. Okay. All right,
I hope they don't call.
They're going to keep calling.
They are.
But anyway, they're going to keep calling.
Yeah.
So at least I'll get some fun out of it.
Yeah.
Sorry, digressing back to Psycho Lucinda.
Yeah.
Yeah. First of all, I have a much deeper issue and concern. I understand that dad defends his baby girl. I get that. Because dads
he wants to punish her.
Oh, the other way
Mom
around.
is like,
Okay.
no.
Well, usually it's the other way around.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
But the fact that dad then also has no ability to exert control over this situation. And look, I need to know.
Afraid.
Well, I was going to say, I need to know what the term numerous means.
Right.
No.
Right.
There's a part of me that really feels like that might be an exaggeration, like she's just making her point. There's a part of me that wonders if that includes like fucking goldfish and shit like that aren't like really pets.
It's
or
concerning, though.
If we're talking about dogs and cats or like rabbits or whatever, like that's a whole different level of problem.
Yeah.
Listen, anybody that's listened to us at this point knows that I have a thing about goldfish. Mm-hmm. They don't last very long around me.
Well, goldfish die really easily.
Especially when they're smoked through a bong and then you're forced to eat one as a fraternity pledge. But
that's true.
That's a whole different story. Mm-hmm. Anyway, bottom line is this. Sorry, I know we just all over the place today.
It's early, guys.
Well, it's not just that, but we're behind a day.
I know.
Yeah. And so anyway, we got busy and there's a lot going on. But anyway, so here's the bottom line. So mom and dad, I'm going to give them a shared 4 dingleberries.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, this is really a 2-parent problem. If they were divorced, if Psycho Lucinda lived with one and dad didn't see her that often or whatever, it's different, but they're both there together. Now.
So I have what she's killed.
Well, hold on. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. You know what? Now I do want to hear this.
So
okay.
Numerous hamsters, fishes, and baby chicks that her brother had got for his birthday, and then her dog that she.
Okay, the dog is real.
Yeah.
Fish is bullshit. Hamsters, you never know. A lot of them die all the time over all sorts of stuff.
A lot of them try to fake their death too, or that you think they're dead and they're not that dead. The hamsters, yeah, they do that. Like if they get too cold.
No, that's a possum.
No. The hamsters do it too. Like, because that happened to my cousin. She thought her hamster was dead. Like, it got, like, really cold and it, like, died, right?
Maybe the hamster's afraid of your cousin.
No, because then, they warmed it up. Like, they put it under light and it came back to life. Like, they just defrost, kind of. Like, if they get too cold, they die.
All right, that's just, I've never heard that. You know what? I'm gonna,
neither.
Honestly, I'm going to have to look that up. But here's the point. But I'm sorry, but getting back to, so, and then I'm going to give big sister, Lucinda, right? Honestly, I'm going to give her, like, 4 on the Feldman scale.
Why?
I'll tell you why.
Why?
Okay, look. I'm going to tell you why. Because at the end of the day, she should be able to control her own situation and protect, like without like banishing everybody from their house. And let me just say this: if baby Lucinda, Psycho Lucinda, really is psycho, she's going to come back and kill him
Oh
in the
yeah,
middle of
she
the night.
is.
Let
Yeah.
the bitch in. Keep a close eye on your dog. You know, like keep your friends close, your enemies, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay, don't let her think that you got it out for her.
No, yeah.
That's my point. Otherwise, she's going to come back,
and kill both of them.
and it's not going to be when she's 18. She's smart enough. Psychos are smart.
Yeah.
She knows that she's going to stay a juvenile,
Yes.
kill you,
Yes.
do 2 years in juvie, where she'll be a fucking queen.
Exactly.
Right? The most
Exactly.
respected, feared bitch out there. That's a bad bitch in the
Phone's
making.
about to ring, by the way, because it's drinking here.
Oh, all right. Hold on. Let's see. Oh, foreign number. Law office.
Oh, important notice.
Yeah, now I'm just going to hang up.
Okay.
This is going to be all fucking day. Oh my God, this is going to be so annoying.
It's gonna go all day. Watch. Yep.
All right.
But yeah, I want to blame the mom so bad. I really do. But I feel like some people are born with that psychopathic tendencies, right?
Yeah, I do think psychopathy is developed. I think you're born with maybe a disposition towards it.
Yeah, but I'm like, because I want to blame mom because mom doesn't believe that it's the daughter's fault. Like, do something at least against
I
it.
think that's parental denial. Nobody wants to
Yeah.
think their kid's a psychopath.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know, so you
Yeah.
justify it, you rationalize the
Mhm.
behavior. Oh, they're young, they don't know better. They saw it on TV, on a cartoon, whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Thoughts, Jen?
Yeah, no, I actually see this happen a lot where parents defend kids who
I'll tell you what's sad.
really need help.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I'll tell you what's sad.
What's that?
It's, you know, because it would have been almost like if you have a cringy sister-in-law that brings a decrepit, old, nasty, stinky dog there.
Mm-hmm.
But unfortunately, your kids aren't psycho enough to kill
Yeah.
that fucking dog. But it would have been great. I mean, just saying, but it would have been nice to get rid of that nasty, stank, decrepit, fucked up
Yep.
old birdie dog or whatever. Just
Yep.
saying. All right. Sorry. I had
Alright.
first one. Bam.
Next one?
All right.
Or we have more comments?
This is a bit of a stretch. I'm trying. It's a bit of a stretch.
Okay. This one's titled, My 37 male wife, 35 female, punched a woman in the face in public in front of our daughter, 6 female. I don't know how to feel about this. My wife is 8 months pregnant, and last night we went to a restaurant with our daughter that was surprisingly crowded for a weeknight. We were waiting for our table when my wife grabbed my arm and said, That woman over there keeps staring at us. I told her not to think about it much, as she has a tendency to point out creepy people a lot. He put that in parentheses. We got our table, and while we were waiting for our food, the woman she pointed to came up to us and asked if she could touch my wife's belly. My wife said, I'd rather you not, but the woman did it anyways, and my wife stood up. The woman looked at our daughter and said, What a beautiful little girl, and tried to pick her up by her armpits. My wife then pushed the woman back and punched her in the face.
Whoa.
I took her arm and got my daughter, and we got out of there. I asked my wife why she did that, and she said, Are you kidding me? A complete stranger tried to pick up our daughter. I told her she overreacted and that such force was not necessary. I had some reservations about letting her go out in public while pregnant, but I don't really think I can at all now. Not if she's going to act like this. I don't really know what to do here. She still seems to think what she did had nothing wrong to do with it. I have never acted like that in public, and neither has she. The fact that she likely traumatized our daughter by displaying such violence in front of her is something that's making me look at her slightly different. What should I say to her?
Wait, did he say he had reservations about her going out in public while pregnant?
Yes.
There's obviously more.
I caught that too.
Backstory
You know what?
I was hoping you did.
Oh, yeah.
I was hoping you
No.
guys
You know
caught
what?
that.
You know what? As he should.
Sure.
Okay. Clearly, this bitch is psycho.
You know who's the bitch here?
No,
Him.
no, her.
Some lady
okay?
came and tried to pick up hers, and he was like, "Yeah, my wife. I don't know. She just punched this lady. Yeah, the lady was trying to pick up my daughter and lift her up by her armpits, but it was okay, But my wife punching her, like what a bitch.
Maybe wife has gone to the extreme because he typically does
Nothing? Nothing. I sat back while someone tried to kidnap my daughter, and I watched my wife punch her. That's what that
But
says.
it is kind of an extreme reaction to punch someone because, I don't know how she picked up the kid, but I'm guessing it was in an overly friendly, kind of annoying kind of way. The woman who picked up the kid just has no boundaries and wasn't listening.
Well, okay.
I might react to the punch.
Okay, hold on. So here's the thing. What I'm really honestly curious about is how old the woman was that wanted to pick up the kid. No, I'm serious. I'll tell you why. Older people that are like grandparents, I don't think have the same boundaries as people do today. And
Oh, yeah, 'cause they're
kind of
entitled.
stuff, right? Well, it's not
Yeah.
about it's not about old people being entitled. They are just warmer, they maybe they have like affection towards their grandkids, maybe they miss having little kids around, whatever. And that's a different generation, a different time where that kind of stuff was a little bit more, like let go. Like you can just kind of let that kind of stuff go, especially if they seem like a sweet old couple. If this was like a 30-something-year-old, then that like it's like an attempted kidnapping about to happen, like child nap or whatever. Okay. I'm also curious about the creepy people look thing. Where in the beginning she's like, "Yo, this bitch keeps staring at us." Like, I wonder if that really happened like that, or if the wife has full of pregnancy craziness and like decided that happened, and maybe that exacerbated it. I don't really know. But here's what I'll tell you.
Okay.
And now I'm being kind of serious. I don't know truly how traumatizing that is for the 6-year-old, or if the 6-year-old now feels safe and protected.
Exactly.
Because mom stepped in and like made sure she was being defended. But it also depends again on how potentially threatening this lady looked, if the kid was visibly uncomfortable. I mean, we're missing a lot.
Yeah.
What I'm not missing is he needed to have more control over his pregnant wife.
No, that's not what he needed to do. No.
What?
No.
I'm just saying, okay?
No. Honestly, the creepy thing, I just feel like she's just aware of her surroundings. Like, and I feel like even like me as a woman, I'm always aware of my surroundings, and I can point out like, I'm like, all right, that guy's kind of creepy, or like that's kind of weird. And I think that might just be a woman instinct, just because it's like, we're always told like you have to be on high alert because we're so easy to kidnap, apparently. So I'm like,
See, at first I thought this was more of like they were out with their kids and like some other woman was kind of like flirting with the dad, right?
Yeah.
Because I know, like, I'm just telling you, because I see a lot of these TikToks, like the Hispanic couples, where like Hispanic women get like super mad. The hair goes up in a bunch and they sharpen their nails, whatever. Like they're getting ready to fight.
I would love to know what side of TikTok he's on.
No, I'm just saying. So I thought it was something like that at first.
The lady was trying to get your kid.
Oh, okay. Where the husband's like, yo, Lucinda, calm down. She's just saying hi. But she had like that pregnancy craziness.
No, that's the lady. I honestly probably would have reacted the same way because I don't like random, especially because she was like, "Oh, I'd rather you not touch my stomach," and then you still go and touch her stomach, and then you try to touch your kid. I would have punched her.
Yeah, I don't know about punching, but it's definitely a boundary crossing problem. I do think the going to pick up the other child might have crossed the line. I mean, I know it did, but I mean, even maybe have warranted a physical response.
What would Eric do?
If somebody,
some man came, up to you and tried to
my daughter,
your daughter's.
No. I would step in the middle, like, bro, I don't think this is a good idea. Right? I think you need to go.
Yeah.
I don't know that I would actually resort to violence, but you have to remember, and this is the shitty thing. Like lawyers, if you're convicted of even a misdemeanor, you can be disbarred.
Yeah.
It fucking sucks because in a situation like this where it's not really like moral turpitude, it's just like an emotional thing, you could still, because there's like rules about these criminal convictions and they're transmitted immediately to the bar.
Yeah.
So I'd have to like sit quiet. This is why, you know what? That's what I'm saying. I need a bad bitch like that can just do all the fighting for me.
You don't think Jen would have punched her? Jen, are you not punching the lady? She's grabbed your kid. Rose, 6-year-old Rose is sitting there and tries to be grabbed by a lady.
Yeah, you didn't know 6-year-old Rose would have punched her herself.
6-year-old Sam was sitting there, and someone tried to pick up 6-year-old Sam. Are you not punching them?
Sam would have calculated the angle that the guy was picking him up from.
And he would have.
It just depends. Like, if this is a kooky old person, it would be different than if I actually felt threatened. Or if the person was going to take my kid.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. But I have heard a lot of stories where old people try to kidnap babies too.
Really?
Yes.
Why would you want a baby when you're old?
Because they're lonely. I don't know.
No, I don't know about the kidnapping thing, but again, that's what I was saying before. Like, the older crowd, at least to me, seemed a bit less, suspicious. I might feel a little bit more trusting if it's like an older woman who tries to pick up like a little 6-year-old Maya or Daniel, like, oh, what a cute little girl, what a beautiful, Okay, but I get it. I don't know that I would respond the same way, but I get it. So here's what we're gonna do. Okay. Big Mama Lucinda. I'm only gonna give her one dingleberry.
Okay.
I think she was defending her child. This was instinct. This wasn't planned. Okay. It's a little fucked up to like knock some old bitch out. I'm assuming the lady was older, but I get it. This is a 10 on the Feldman scale. I don't think there's any shame in defending your child.
I think there's shame in the man saying that oh my God, this was so crazy.
Okay, that's different.
Shame.
All right, I get that, but that's not the overbearing parent.
He wrote it though.
Well, okay, he wrote it because
I think if he stepped it up a notch, she wouldn't be so aggressive.
Yeah, that's what I have to say too.
All right, let's go. Let's move on.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry. I know.
Okay.
It was already an annoying post. All
This
right.
one, the title is, Am I the asshole for purchasing a home with a pool and triggering my mother-in-law? Okay.
First of all, no, because anything you do that upsets a mother-in-law is okay by me. But
So this
having
one,
said that,
it's kind of 50-50. I feel like you're going to be split on this one.
all right,
So,
we'll see.
So she's 37 female. That she's the one writing it. I'm a mother to 7-year-old twins, a boy and a girl, and a 5-year-old girl. My husband and I decided to move back to our hometown so we could be closer to both of our families. Our hometown is a lazy beach town, and I've been living in cities since college. It's not my ideal location, if I'm being honest, but I am excited about being outdoors and in the water more. My husband and I made a deal that since I agreed to move and find a new job, we'd get a house with a pool, which is something I've wanted since I was a kid. It's not actually that serious, but it's something I've been excited about since we decided to move. My husband and I found the perfect house, and we're currently in escrow. The house is walking distance from the beach, and my parents and each of my kids get their own room, and there's a pool with a water slide. We're all so excited. Some important context is that my husband was actually the oldest of 4 kids, and the only girl in the family who was also the baby passed away when she was 11. Oh. She was swimming with her friends in the lake, got caught in some shrubbery, and drowned. It was tragic for the entire family, and I don't get the sense that my mother-in-law ever recovered from that. My husband's home is filled of pictures with his little sister, and the kid's bedroom is basically a shrine to her. And my mother-in-law gets teary-eyed anytime she sees any of my 2 daughters. My mother-in-law has always been kind to me and is a wonderful grandmother, and it's so difficult seeing her sad. Well, yesterday my husband and I were on FaceTime with his parents, and I sent them pictures of the house that we're moving into. My mother-in-law's face went white when she asked how could we possibly move into a house with a pool with 3 young children. I explained that my kids are all great swimmers and that we've told them there are absolutely no swimming without one of us there, and that we're getting a gate with a lock and an alarm installed around the pool so they can't even get in without us. My mother-in-law started crying and saying that drowning is the leading cause of death for young people. She also said she couldn't believe that we'd be so reckless with the lives of our 3 beautiful children. My husband tried to calm her down, but she was furious and hung up the phone. My husband now feels terrible and says we should have thought more about moving into a house with a pool. He's not worried about something happening to our kids because we're going to take proper precautions. He's worried about his mom's mental health now. He says his parents will never be able to come over because his mom will be watching the kids in the pool obsessively. He also says we're probably not going to be able to do holidays or parties at our house because his mom will even be more anxious with all of her younger kids near the pool. I've seen her anxiety around kids in the water firsthand. Once we were at a family reunion that had a lazy river at the hotel, and my 4-year-old nephew who couldn't swim was wearing a life vest and flipped over for about 2 seconds. My mother-in-law literally jumped in and grabbed him right away. Please tell me if I'm a total asshole, but I don't think we are wrong to purchase a house with a pool. My mother-in-law just has serious trauma, which I understand, but if we listen to all of her worries, our kids wouldn't be able to do anything. So, is she the asshole?
Oh, no, definitely not the asshole. That's so tragic.
I told you, but it's just like a mixed situation.
Yeah.
So it's...
Hold on. Is who the asshole? The daughter-in-law.
Yeah, that's the
right?
question. Is she the asshole?
So you're answering wrong. You're responding as if the question is the mother-in-law the asshole?
I think the whole situation is tragic. It doesn't seem like there's an asshole here. It's just a very tragic situation.
Do you think the daughter-in-law is the asshole?
Who is the asshole?
No, I think the mother-in-law, while clearly traumatized, I think is way out of bounds to criticize what they buy.
Yeah.
Especially if this was a deal they made. And let me be frank in saying that her husband, the son, right, should have been the one to say, listen, you know how this is going to be.
Exactly.
Okay. I'm assuming that Billy and Lucinda, homeowner, are much younger, than their parents.
Right.
If they moved their family to be in this town, and part of that deal was, you have to let me buy a house with a pool. Maybe that's something she always wanted.
That's what she said. She's always wanted a pool since she was little.
I'm saying. So it's really not about the mother-in-law. And I hate to say, again, I'm not unsympathetic. I'm trying to be serious.
Yeah.
The mother-in-law made this all about herself and her feelings. Okay. So is daughter-in-law Lucinda the asshole for buying a house or wanting her husband to stick to the deal they made? No.
Yeah.
Husband should have been intervened at that point. I don't think this behavior from mother-in-law is new. I think this is constantly a thing, and they all know it. Okay, so they made the decision to buy this fucking house with the pool. Now you don't live with it. And if mother-in-law won't come over because
too
that
bad.
fucking blessing.
Exactly.
You know what?
Exactly.
I'm just saying. I'm
That's
just
what I was
okay.
thinking, too.
I'll see you. I'll see you in Christmas.
Yeah.
It's too cold to
you
swim,
do it
right?
then.
At Christmas, no problem.
Exactly.
And then I'm just saying, I'd heat the fucking pool and let my kids go in at Christmas too.
Exactly.
No, it's bullshit.
Exactly.
Look, I'm serious. I feel bad.
Yeah,
I
that's how I
people
felt too.
I know people that have lost children, young children, from crazy random accidents.
Exactly.
There was a drunk driving accident that where a 13-year-old was killed. That my ex and I knew their family. Terrible.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't, unfortunately, at some point you have to be able.
Exactly.
And when I say to move on, that doesn't mean never think of them again.
No.
All right. But you can't make a life decision like buying a house.
Exactly.
That's not it's not like deciding to go to McDonald's or Burger King, right? And at the end of the day, they're both it doesn't matter, right? This is a big commitment.
Exactly.
This is not a cheap item, right? I'm just saying. So yeah, I mean, unfortunately, the mother-in-law is the asshole.
That's what I was thinking.
And not the
too.
daughter-in-law.
Yeah.
But she's wrong. But
Right.
I don't think she's necessarily an asshole. She's doing this because of this huge tragedy.
But I get that, and you're saying like she's hurt, she's traumatized, and
She's just not in her right mind.
but I think it's still the asshole. She still has that asshole factor just because you can think something about someone, you can have your reservations about what someone is doing. You don't have to literally go and be like, "What were you thinking? Why would you do that?" Like, why would you get that's the asshole part.
And you know what? I hate to say this, okay, but Jew Eric would be like, you know why I did that? Because homes with pools have higher resale value, bitch. And this is how we ultimately build our nest egg and equity. That's why. How about that?
Exactly.
Okay. Well, nobody asked you to put your fucking. I'm just saying.
Exactly.
No, I'm just saying. Nobody told you have to put your fucking. You don't have to dip your feet in the pool or whatever.
Exactly.
Stay inside.
And it's like, if it was so worrying for her grandkids, then she can hire a lifeguard when they have a party or something. If the grandmother is that worried about it, hire a lifeguard.
It's not about that.
It's not.
There is no precaution that will make this mother-in-law ever relax.
Yeah. No, there isn't.
No, I don't mean that to be an asshole. I'm serious. You could fence it.
Yeah.
Right? Hire a lifeguard for parties.
Yeah.
I get it. This is going to because this is a deep-rooted fear based in tragedy
Yes.
that will simply never go away.
Yeah.
But that's my point. Because it's never going to go away, you can't make every
yourself
fucking
and
decision
everything.
around this issue.
Exactly.
Right?
I'm not saying that they need to cave to her, but I can understand that when you have that big of a tragedy, it's going to affect.
All right,
your
listen,
life.
it doesn't matter anymore. I don't care.
I think I told you the story of when my late mother-in-law actually made us get rid of like a jet, those indoor, hot tub kind of things with jets. She actually made us take one out of the house we bought because she was afraid we were all going to get Legionnaire's disease.
And I wouldn't have taken it out. I would. She's just saying that they are because
this seems like frighteningly normal to me.
Yeah, to her it was normal.
I mean, and then there was another house with stairs that she started crying because the stairs meant that we didn't want her there because she couldn't climb the stairs.
You guys might have the same mother-in-law or the ex mother-in-law. Yeah, I know. All right.
I'm no stranger to you, intrusive mother-in-law.
I can see.
That.
I'm sorry for that because I'm not taking shit out of my house.
Well, I'll be honest. My ex-mother-in-law was not intrusive at all because we barely saw her. Now,
she didn't live here.
What my ex might have to say about my mom, rest in peace, might be a little different. Well, my mom was kind of hands-on too, and definitely. But I think a lot of moms do that, especially when it's their first grandchildren.
Yeah.
But that's the thing is because it didn't. It seemed like it was coming out of a place of love. It also fear, paranoia, but I can understand that on some level.
We're gonna wrap this one up. Listen, I'm sorry. I don't mean to cut you off again, but here's the bottom line. Okay.
Mother-in-law's the asshole.
Mother-in-law is the asshole.
Mm-hmm.
I'm only going to give her one dingleberry.
Yeah,
because,
I
again,
agree with one.
Her assholiness is rooted in tragedy and despair.
Yeah.
Daughter-in-law Lucinda is not an asshole, but I'm still going to give her a one dingleberry for the response, right? And I think everybody is a zero on the Feldman scale at this point. They don't give a fuck at this point. Everybody's just saying what they want.
Yeah.
They don't give a shit.
Exactly.
Okay.
All right.
All right, next. Because I'm telling you, we got so much shit to do.
I know. Okay, title for this one.
Oh, by the way, audience, sorry. Hurricane doesn't know this, but because it's still Tuesday, we have a chance of actually releasing on time. So she's gonna edit
hopefully,
this between now and when our 1 o'clock client comes in.
Hopefully.
Oh, and by the way, driving in this morning, I was like, we were going to eat healthy yesterday because we had, I'm just sorry, we had this indulging weekend because it was like the Yom Kippur holiday. So after the holiday was over to break fast, we went to the steakhouse, but we were both felt like terribly bad after we got home, like all full and nasty. And then we went to like a, deli breakfast Sunday. Or okay, we're like, you know what? On Monday, we got to just get like a Subway or something basic, a turkey sandwich.
So
something.
what happened?
We had a client, Don.
Oh, you're right.
And Don loves his chicken wings, right?
Yeah.
And so we got the pizza and wings, right? And then today I'm saying on my way in, I'm like,
You're
I haven't.
Healthy?
No.
Oh.
I was saying I haven't had Honey's kettle fried chicken in so long.
Well, there you go.
But then I got the fucking look, just like daughter Lucinda gets from mother-in-law.
Oh no, I'm getting
Right?
the look.
No, I'm just saying you gave
Right?
him the look.
I got the fucking look, like, oh,
Well,
and
excuse me for worried about him.
wait, and then it wasn't just the look; it was this. Oh, Eric, like, oh my God, like really? I'm like in fucking kindergarten again.
You are.
Oh, Eric. Oh, okay. I guess not. I guess we'll be getting like Pollo Loco
You're
or
always
something.
complaining that you don't feel good.
I'm not always complaining, and sometimes fried chicken makes me feel better. But anyway, I digress.
Okay.
So, did we finish the dingle? Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
Okay,
we did.
next one. All right, let's get
Okay,
on to the
next
next one.
Title is, Am I the asshole for refusing
Oh, I'm sorry. You know what it's almost like,
What
though?
is it almost like?
It's almost like
Oh, God. This one's been brewing.
when you have a cringy sister-in-law that dictates everything in your house,
Exactly.
like and how everything's supposed to be,
Exactly.
from what you make for dinner to pickup schedules
Mhm.
to everything,
Everything.
and does so with absolute impunity.
Exactly.
No
Exactly.
shame.
It's just like that.
I can't believe I almost let that one slip by.
There
Damn.
you go.
Okay, now
All
we
right.
can move on.
Okay. Title of this one is, Am I the asshole for refusing to punish my son for calling his classmates' food weird?
No, it probably was fucking weird. Is that like the peanut butter and jelly tortilla? I'll never forget that one. It's so weird to me. Like,
It wasn't peanut butter and jelly. It was peach,
oh, whatever,
apricot.
whatever.
apricot, and peanut butter. I
Yeah,
think,
whatever.
right?
Same
Yeah.
shit. Same whatever it was. Just I know. Damn.
I know.
So-
Me too.
So go ahead. All right.
All right. I, female 32, got a private text this morning from the mother of my son, male 7's classmate. She told me that apparently my son had been calling her daughter's traditional lunch weird and things as such, and apparently that is making her daughter feel uncomfortable and insecure. She asked me to please talk to my son about being more sensitive and respectful so her daughter does not feel excluded. Now, I feel for this woman as a fellow mother. No one wants to see their child feeling sad, but overcoming insecurities is a big part of growing up. Additionally, I thought it was ridiculous of her to criticize my son, a 7-year-old, for making a relatively innocuous and curious comment about food that is not familiar to him. He's at a curious age and is discovering the world, and I refuse to try and limit him and shut him down for not having the emotional sensitivity of an adult. Politely, I told the mom that I was sorry that her daughter was struggling with insecurities, and I found some online parenting articles about building your child's confidence to send to her so she could use some tips to help her daughter out. She replied that I was acting completely shamelessly and disgracefully, and I am not able to text her anymore. Am I the asshole?
Oh boy. Okay.
Mhm.
You see this happen a lot with parents who they're not wrong,
Right.
but they're being very controlling and
Mhm.
intrusive. Like
Mhm.
you can't. Whenever someone tells another parent how to parent their kid, it's not going to
It's
go
not gonna
well.
end well,
It is
no.
not going to
Never.
go well. No one likes to be called a bad parent,
No. No.
and no one likes to be told that their kid is not sensitive or wrong.
Oh, your
or-
kid's insecure. It's part of growing up. She'll be fine. How do you tell someone that?
So I caught most of that.
Uh-huh.
I'm
Do
sorry.
you want the Cliff Notes again?
Right,
Yeah.
Eric and Karina.
So-
Well, I was busy. I had to respond to something really quick.
7-year-old son. So little girl goes to his school, brings traditional lunch. Mom called other mom or texted other mom and was like, "Hey, like your kid's being mean and my daughter's insecure now, and she feels kind of like isolated because of her lunch because your son keeps calling it weird and names."
Do they say what the food is?
No, she just said
I
her
was
son was
wondering that
traditional
too.
lunch.
Well, that's because here's the thing.
If it was
okay.
like fish every day, I guess.
Right. Or if like the kid is like his name is like Dupinder, right? And it's like
It's curry
fucking
every day.
right or whatever, like the fucking vegetable samosas with the fucking mint chutney or whatever. Okay, whatever that fucking is. I could see where kids might make fun of that. No, because kids don't have filters,
They don't.
and they don't even. They're not even trying to be malicious. They're
No,
just that's just like
true.
normal.
It's just,
Just like,
it
yeah,
does
that's
seem
weird.
weird.
Yeah, like
They're 7.
right. It just
Yeah.
looks different than the fucking
Mhm.
PB&J on
Yeah.
white.
Yeah.
Like the Wonder Bread kids or whatever. Okay, so I kind of get where the kids would be. Okay, it is a little overprotective for like Lucinda mom to reach out to Lucinda mom too.
Yeah.
Like, yo, you need to ask your kid to stop because my kid's feeling uncomfortable. I honestly, and this used to drive my ex kind of crazy too, I believe in letting kids figure shit out.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah, me too.
I know sometimes there's the need for parental intervention, but what I used to try to do is rather than take a side, I would just sprinkle an idea like, well, is it possible that you guys could just take turns? Like, let's say,
Right.
And then I would just kind of let them, okay, that's number two. And honestly, I didn't have the fucking patience to do all that and like get involved, and it would, and if I didn't do it that way, I would come down and make a decision. 99% of the time would be on my own child's behalf. Right. Then I'd alienate the other kid. Right. And I don't want to do that. Like, kids remember shit too.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I get the idea that you want to like have your kids back.
Right.
Right. I just think this was petty.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have reached out to the other Lucinda.
I wouldn't have either.
No, I would have just
changed my kid's lunch.
Yeah, or I would have sat my kid down and be like, look, we're from,
yada, yada.
Calcutta or whatever, Samoa, wherever the fuck, Israel, or whatever. And this is just stuff we like and you like it and that's all. And then just don't,
it's
who
our
cares?
tradition of food.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, exactly. You got to like sit down with your kid, explain why
it's different.
Why it's different, and that is not coming from a place of being malicious.
Exactly.
That they just aren't familiar with our food, and like maybe you can tell them about it.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. That's what I would do too. Like it's just kind of like you sit with your kid. You don't. I don't feel like I would reach out to the parent either, just because what is the other parent going to do? Like the other parent really owes you nothing. Their responsibility is only their child, not yours. Like, and I get what she's saying. The kid didn't mean it in a mean way. I don't think he's like, you're a weirdo. Like, you're a weirdo. You're eating that. I don't think that's what it is. I think it's more like, oh, like that food looks weird. Or maybe it smells weird. And that they're kids. They say what pops up.
And by the way, I'll just also tell you that overprotective Lucinda, what she lost on this was actually an opportunity to strengthen her child's self-esteem by being like, you know what? Who cares what they think?
Yeah.
You eat what you like, just like they eat what they like. And who gives a shit? And you teach them to kind of like stand up for themselves. Well, that's different.
It's quite possible. It's like, Mom, give me a Lunchable.
Yeah.
No, but okay, but that's different. And so I believe more in that.
Yeah.
Or I would let my kid choose. Like, look, if you and you look, me, I'm more cerebral. Listen, little Billy, if you want to be a sheep and just follow along with everybody else, okay, go ahead.
Fine. I'll buy you Lunchables.
Whatever, right? But if you want to be your own man and stand up to this bullshit, then you just eat whatever we make you. Right?
Exactly.
The only thing I wouldn't do is I wouldn't take the position like, look, you eat what we make because that's what you've got. And there's people, because I used to get that fucking lecture all the time.
Same.
Eric, there are people starving in this world that don't get,
you're going to eat whatever we
make. They don't, they don't even get gefilte fish. And like, you know what? They'd still be fucking starving if all they had.
Exactly. Right?
So I get some of that.
I feel like she also missed an opportunity to just be like, to teach her child about their culture. Or like, their tradition and be like, it's different because we are from this culture and this is what we eat and it's special to us because of our culture. Little Jimmy over there doesn't have culture.
Right now, I will say this. If like Stinky Lunch Lucinda's teacher called home.
That would be exactly.
Right. And it's like, look, she's feeling really picked on.
Yeah.
No, I don't even mean to complain. Like that'd be different.
Exactly.
Right. But, and I think it is more acceptable when it's a teacher that kind of intervenes. That's part of their role, especially if they're young.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
But I don't know, the parent to parent thing, I think it's kind of weird.
Overbearing.
I've had a parent reach out to me once over, no surprise, Matthew, and like some of the things he was doing, and let me just be honest, it fucking sucks when you're the one in the wrong. You have to eat crow, right? Yep. And be like, I'm so terribly sorry. He knows better. That's not what we would. Those aren't the values we. But then, like, deep down, you're like, you know what? Fuck you and your oversensitive bitch son who can't take a joke, right? And honestly, and it's fucking conflicting.
Yeah.
Look, I'm not going to lie. I mean, like, when Matthew one day called me out of the blue to tell me he got in a fight at school, like, oh, Matthew, you shouldn't do that. Did you win? Like,
exactly.
I'm just saying.
Exactly.
So, all right. We got to move on. Oh, my God, we're going so long today.
Oh, okay.
Did you have more to say?
Oh, I was just going to say.
Nah, she doesn't.
In really extreme
I'm just joking.
Parents need to get involved. But otherwise, the goal should be for your children to be independent and be able to think and to defend themselves.
Yeah.
Did you catch the look I just got?
I did.
That was the look when I'm like, yo, can we get honeys?
No, you're gonna get talked to on the way home too. Mm-hmm. All right, next one. Title is, am I the asshole for telling my husband that he absolutely ruined the birth of our child?
Oh dear. What did it do?
Hi, everyone. Our daughter is now 8 weeks old, so obviously this whole argument has gone on a very, very long time. We both have been holding grudges, and neither of us think that we are wrong. My husband does not know that I am posting this, so I'm going to keep it as anonymous as possible. So when I got pregnant with my daughter, my husband started immediately telling me that I should have an at-home birth. I really do not know why he was so adamant on it, but he was. At first, I brushed him off and told him that I would think about it because I was only 6 weeks pregnant, and the birth seemed so far off. Of course, it came quickly, and my husband would literally speak over me at the doctor's appointments when my doctor would ask if I had a birth plan. This caused a few arguments between us in those 39 weeks of pregnancy, but I never changed my mind. Eventually, my husband's mother sat down and talked to me and told me all of the reasons why they did not want me to go to the hospital for the birth. I expressed my concerns about, safety of the baby and myself, but just like my husband, she brushed me off. I ended up telling my husband that I would take myself to the hospital when it was time and that I did not want an at-home birth. He acted as if he didn't hear me. We met with the doula, who was also very pushy. I felt overwhelmed and not supported at all. I was 36 weeks at that point. So when I went into labor, I was 39 weeks, and I absolutely begged my husband to let me go to the hospital, to take me to the hospital where my doctor is at. He wouldn't. He spoke to me condescendingly and called the doula instead. I was in labor for about 3 days, active labor for around 22 hours. I cried the whole time. I just felt something was so wrong. I was scared, and oftentimes they would just leave me there alone. The doula told me that if the active pushing and labor reached past 24 hours, I had to go to the hospital. I remember thinking that I could not decide which was worse, staying in labor for another 2 hours or having my baby right there. When she was finally out, I don't even remember wanting to hold her. I just remember crying out of relief. Obviously, I'm okay now, but I did not have a good experience. On my first appointment after birth with my doctor, she was very shocked that I had the baby. She was concerned, and I was so upset. I told my husband that he absolutely ruined it for me. I truly never wanted to go through that again. I hear mothers say that they forget all the pain the second they have the baby, but I didn't. I love my daughter so much, but it was horrible, and it was entirely his fault. So I told him that several times. He rolls his eyes every time and tells me how mothers are strong and how I am not trying to be strong. I told him that if we ever have another baby, which he wants, that I will never do an at-home birth ever again. His response is, we'll see. I can't possibly be the asshole here, can I? Everyone around me is acting like it's normal, but it's not. Is it?
I do not understand why people want to have babies at home.
Me
There are
neither.
so many things that could go wrong.
So many.
I mean, like when my son was born, he got stuck.
Yeah.
And they had to break his clavicle
Yeah.
to get him out.
Yeah.
If you have something like that and you're not in the hospital,
Mhm.
like you're gonna die. The baby's gonna die.
My brother was like the umbilical cord was wrapped around his neck. My brother came out blue. Like imagine if you weren't at the hospital and the umbilical cord is wrapped around his neck, like my brother's was.
Yeah.
They're dying too.
It's terrifying.
Exactly.
Why? I mean, I understand, like, if you have to, but if you have the option, why the fuck would you want to deliver at home?
3 days. 3 days.
3 days? I would have been ready to. I would have murdered that son
Me
of a
too.
bitch.
Me too. 3 days in labor. And I feel like whoever is carrying the baby has the decision of where the fuck the baby is gonna come out, not the other person.
Oh, hell yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and his mom, I hope she burns in
fuck
hell.
mom.
I hope
Fuck her.
him and his mom burn in hell.
I mean,
And I hope she doesn't have another kid with
It's not easy when the mother-son combo gangs up on you.
Wow, 36 weeks pregnant?
Yeah.
Thoughts, Eric?
So I have a simple rule.
Uh-huh.
One of my simple rules. I have many, but
Mhm.
okay. If I'm driving, I pick the music.
Okay.
Okay, that's it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, and honestly, I hate when other people drive
Right.
because I'm always nervous.
Okay.
Okay, I don't know. It's a thing. So okay, so I apply the same logic to this. Okay, if you're delivering the child, you get to pick
Yeah.
where you deliver the
Yeah.
child. Okay,
But you also wouldn't want someone delivering your baby in your living room.
I don't want to see that.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
But no,
Exactly.
but this is more fundamental than that.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
isn't even about the gross factor or the fucking nasty placenta that's gonna be all over my fucking couch and I gotta
Right.
sit there later.
Exactly.
Oh my god, I'm making myself sick. I can't. It's not about that. Okay.
No.
This
It's
is
about
really
safety. Yeah.
yeah. This really is about safety.
Mhm.
We no longer live in the fucking 1600s.
Exactly.
Okay, where you've got a chambermaid to come like help you squat.
Exactly.
Right? No.
Exactly.
We've evolved, and I am a firm believer in the use of medical technology. Right? This is ridiculous, stupid. The fact that this is even an ongoing argument is stupid.
Yeah.
I'm going to make this really short and sweet. I don't even have a funny shtick to do.
Mhm.
Like there's no
Right.
humor in this. That is an absolute excruciating experience.
Yeah.
That nobody should have to forcibly go through.
With
An
no
epidural
medication.
could have just made this not so traumatic.
Exactly.
I mean, just
Mhm.
again, and they're proven safe. People that are these weird conspiracy nuts like, oh, my child's going to come out hooked on meth if I get an epidural or whatever. Like fucking morons.
Exactly.
Literally. And I'm wondering, I hate to say it, I'm wondering if these aren't like Americans, because the at-home birth thing is much more third world.
You know, they have a lot of Americans do that though.
I don't know. I remember a long time ago. Well, yeah, there was a fad for a while about giving birth in a bathtub, like underwater.
Yeah.
Right. Well, that was a thing for a while too.
Kiddie pool and sit them in the living room and have it in the kiddie pool.
Right, and the logic is the baby's already encapsulated by liquid and water, and it's like more comfortable or less traumatic of a birth. I don't know. Look, honestly, this is just such a foreign subject to me. No. So I'll make this very simple. Okay. Pregnant Lucinda is not the asshole and gets 0 dingleberries.
I agree.
Okay.
Agree?
Oh, absolutely. Okay. But she needs to.
They need to do something. Billy,
get to that hospital.
Billy, husband, and mother-in-law Lucinda are both full 5 dingleberries.
They get 10.
She should not have another baby with this person.
No,
she should not.
Or he needs help.
Yeah.
He needs some separation from mama.
Yeah.
And he needs to, understand that not everything has to be the way she says. So that's what I'm saying. And on the Feldman scale, I give her a 10.
Yeah.
Nothing about what she wrote is shameful at all.
No.
Right?
He gets a 0.
100%.
So
mother-in-law especially, both of them. It's just so, this is a very obvious one.
Yeah.
So, all right. I don't even have like a cringy sister-in-law shtick I can do on this. I don't even know. Seriously, it's really upsetting.
Okay, next one then.
All right.
This one's titled, My Son Has a Larger College Fund Than My Daughter. Am I the Asshole? So here's the situation. My wife and I have 2 kids. Our daughter is 21 and our son is 17. We started saving for college when they were born, and honestly, we were doing okay, but nothing crazy. By the time our daughter was ready to go to school, we had saved a decent amount, but not enough to cover everything. So she had to take out some loans to make it work. She's now in her 3rd year, and things have been fine. Here's where it gets tricky. A few years ago, we came into a lot more money, and we were able to put more into my son's college fund. As a result, he now has way more saved than my daughter ever did, and he won't need loans like she did. My daughter recently found out and is really upset, feeling like we were favoring him, even though that is not the case. We love them equally and didn't plan for this windfall. It just happened to come at a different time in their lives. Now my wife and I are torn. We want to help out our daughter with her remaining school expenses, but she feels we still are being unfair. My son is aware of the situation and feels bad too, but at the same time, we don't want to take away from what we already saved for him either. So, am I the asshole for having uneven college funds for my kids because of how things played out? I feel like we're doing our best, but maybe I'm missing something here. Would love some outside perspective.
Well, if you didn't have a lot of money and then you came into money, you didn't plan it that way. You weren't trying to favor one child over the other. Just your economic circumstances were different. So if they're saying they're gonna help pay back her loans, I don't.
No, they didn't say that.
Oh, I thought.
No, they're just gonna help her with the last year she has.
With the last year. Okay. So I would think if you came into a lot of money, then help your kid out with their loans.
I just don't understand why we couldn't split it. Why did all of it go to him? Why couldn't we? That was my thing. This could have easily.
Wasn't she already out of school when they came into the money?
Yes, but still, if that money was going to schools, why couldn't they just take that money and split it in the middle and be like, you know what? That's the fair thing to do. I feel like even if she did, was already in year 3, she still got loans out. Why couldn't we split that money down the middle and said, this is what she would have gotten if she hadn't started school. This is what you would have gotten because you haven't started school.
No, absolutely.
That would have been it.
Yeah, they could have evened it out.
Exactly.
After the fact.
But instead, they went and they put all of the money into the son's account. It was like, well, you weren't here. You already started school. And I know, and they know they're the asshole because they deleted their post afterwards too. Because everyone was like, you're the asshole. But thoughts, Eric?
Well, yeah, they are.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, what you were suggesting is very close to what I was going to suggest they do, but something a little bit different. And I would have had the other child take loans also.
Yeah.
I would have waited till both were done. Then I would have looked at the cumulative loan amount, and I would have split the money down the middle at that point.
Exactly.
Everybody, and I wouldn't tell them that's what I was going to do. I would make them believe that they were going to be responsible for their loan so that they took it a bit more seriously. Because I know that if they don't think there's a financial repercussion, not all, but a lot of people, like they don't,
Exactly.
It's a little different when you have your own skin in the game, right? And that's how I would do it. I wouldn't be malicious about it at all. And I would happily split the money because if I'm giving for one, I give for the other. Like
exactly.
I wouldn't, and I do that already. Like if I help one with rent, I help the other, if
exactly.
I pay. And the amount, and that's the other issue. The amounts don't matter because one child's tuition was different than the others because certain universities cost more, it doesn't matter. Whatever it is, we'll take care of it. Doesn't have to be even to the dollar.
Right.
My point is the gesture is the same.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the gesture is even. Like I helped you with this, I helped her with that.
Right. And that's kind of, and I know that some people might take that wrong. Like, look, if I had, child number 1 went to Harvard and I paid $100,000 a year, and then child number 2 went to,
SMC.
Cal Poly, right, or whatever, right, SMC, and it was like $150 a semester.
Mhm.
I can see the disparagement, but at the end of the day, my goal is you're going to both finish without any loans.
Yeah.
Right. You're going to finish college debt free, that kind of thing. And that's what I've been doing. Right. Whether it's this much more or less.
Yeah.
Right. So I don't like to calculate to the penny.
Right.
I think the gesture part's more important.
Yeah.
That's why I would have done that with them. Guys, just keep going. Don't even think about it, and we'll figure out what to do later. That's what I'm. So yeah, I think mom and dad are the asshole.
Yeah.
For kind of taking that position. I think that like student Lucinda's a little bit for kind of like also like putting her brother on blast like that. Like
it's not her brother's fault, but there wasn't anything they could do that they didn't have any money when she was going to school, but they could have helped her reimburse her for those costs when she was done to even it out.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. So, all right, next one then.
Yeah.
Okay. Am I wrong to tell my boyfriend he isn't allowed to make reels/shorts with our 2-year-old child? You know what reels and shorts are, right?
Like TikToks?
Yeah, like the ones for Instagram and YouTube. Yeah. Okay. I, 30 female, and my fiance, 31 male, currently have a 2-year-old. We also are expecting our second in just a couple of weeks. Fiance has always wanted to make YouTube videos, and recently TikTok and other short videos. He never really started because he couldn't decide what the theme of his channel would be, but I've known for quite a few years that it's been a goal for him. Recently, he's pitched the idea that he wants to make funny parenting skits. I thought it was a great idea because honestly, our daughter says/does some of the most hilarious things. I imagine he meant like he would play both, if not all parts, of the characters in these videos. Like dress up and pretend to be our kid, himself, me, etc. But no, he said that our daughter would be our daughter in them. I don't like this idea. I told him no, I don't want her all over the internet like that. He quickly got offended and defensive, telling me that I need to chill out and what if I get famous? I told him that it's literally child exploitation. He scoffed at me and began to tell me that I need to start recognizing that she is his child too, so he can parent her how he wants to. He's referring to me, also requesting that he not post our kids on Facebook or Instagram. I only ask this because he literally adds everyone and anyone on Facebook, even if he does not know them, just to get a large friend list. Same with Instagram, and a lot of his followings are random people from his multiple Discords. It makes me uncomfortable. I'm a very private and possibly paranoid person. He is the exact opposite. Anyways, 2 days later, and I'm still causing a weird tension as he's set on this idea. I'm just not okay with this. Am I wrong here?
I kind of get it. I'm pretty private too.
Oh no, I get it. I'm not putting a 2-year-old on Instagram or trying to make a 2-year-old famous. No, I've seen what that.
There's
what that
just
is.
too many creeps out there, unfortunately.
Yeah. There's a TikTok mom actually. Her name was the little girl was like Ren, and she did that. She literally exploited her child, and she would make all these weird videos, and the amounts of saves on these weird videos it was insane. Like, and you could tell it was because there were weird people looking at the videos. They were saving the videos, they were bookmarking the videos, and everyone was telling her the same thing. Like, there's weird people on the internet.
Yeah.
So I get it. I don't want a 2-year-old. I wouldn't want my 2-year-old on Instagram, YouTube, making videos like that either. I'm with her. I don't think she's wrong.
I don't think that she's wrong, but I don't think she's wrong because the way in which she wrote it made it seem like she was more promoting family privacy and non-exploitation. And I feel like those are disguises for her own discomfort or dislike of this idea. And when somebody doesn't want to do something or doesn't want you to do something and they can't just say, look, I just don't like it, right? You have to come up with a reason that's hard to say no to. Right. And that's what this feels like a little bit. Like,
but I think that probably was her reason.
Yeah.
Well, hold on. It doesn't mean it wasn't a reason. I just wonder how strongly she really felt about it. Right. And again, a lot of reasons are given because you can't back away from them. So, for example, with clients, and it doesn't mean they're invalid, right? Eric, why can't we countersue for $10 million? Well, okay, I guess in theory we could.
Right.
But this is a non-starter. It's going to cost you more than it's worth, right? And you kind of go through. And the real reason could be because I don't fucking like you and your case is bullshit and I don't want to do it, right? But I'm giving you justifiable reasons so you can't turn around and say, you know what, fucking do it anyway.
Exactly.
Okay.
So you think she didn't want to do this just out of spite?
No, there's a difference between being spiteful. I just think she's uncomfortable with it. And I think she's making...
for safety reasons.
No, I think she's uncomfortable with it for other reasons that she's not disclosing. And she's using the safety...
What do you think the other reasons would
Wow, you know what? If it's whatever I fucking decide they are. Okay. Oh my god.
Oh,
No, you're like
okay.
interrogating me.
All right.
Maybe
I
she
know,
just
I'm very
doesn't.
curious.
Maybe she has a weird superstition because I know a lot of older Jewish moms are like that too. Like they do the spit on you, true. Like I don't want my kid. They get too many compliments, right? Oh, your children are so beautiful. They're so smart, and then they think it's like somebody's putting the evil eye on you. Not saying that's
I
actually
learned a Yiddish word on this show I watched. You said Jewish. Shishka?
shiksa.
Shiksa.
That's
What was it?
shiksa.
Shiksa. Yeah, it's on this Netflix show that came out. Yeah.
Awesome.
She was a woman
Oh,
that.
is that the new
The
one?
Kristen Bell one,
Yeah, the
yeah.
Kristen Bell one.
Yes.
With the hot
Sorry,
rabbi.
it popped up right now.
That's okay.
Jewish mom.
That's okay.
The Jewish mom used that word on the woman. That's why.
Yes. Do you want to hear a true story?
Mhm.
What my mom used to say to me and my brother, rest in peace.
Yeah.
She honestly used to say this. She used to say, "You practice on the shiksas, and then you marry the Jewish girls."
There you go. Yeah, and that's what the mom. She even was like, "I can like you, but you're never gonna end up with my son." I was like, "Oh, they were serious about that." Mhm.
Yeah, it's a big thing. But no, and to further explain myself, not that I have to, but I will. I'll indulge. Okay. She may also just have a general dislike of social media,
That could be it too. Yeah.
right? And then
Mhm.
her dislike is manifesting onto her child and her husband,
Right.
who may really like it. And it wasn't at this extreme, but my ex and I were kind of like this, right? I was more about, I would post on Facebook all the time, political things or whatever, and like little life events.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
you know, took my son to get like a mohawk when he was 5 and, you know, put the picture on like, hey, this is how we let mom know he got a haircut. Like, you know, put on.
Yeah.
Okay. But so I understand what it's like when you really don't have a lot of these social media boundaries,
Mhm.
or you think it's all in good fun or it's not harmful. And I do know there are some crazy people out there, but I also get and understand the idea that this is also maybe more about her general dislike of it. Like my ex really didn't like having a bunch of stuff on Facebook. She eventually kind of got into it more, you know, but I was saying, so I think it could be a little combination of both. And I think the actual solution here is I think she needs to loosen up a little and he needs to come down a little.
So I get what you're saying and sharing on Facebook and Instagram and all that, but I don't think that's what's happening here. He wants to create a content page with just his daughter and him. So the whole brand will be that baby.
Public. Yeah.
Exactly. The whole brand is that baby. It's not like, oh, I'm posting, you know, her birthday, she got a haircut, she did that. No, the whole page is about this baby, and I don't agree with that because I just feel like the content world we're living in now is so crazy that like I've seen it. Like I'm just like I wouldn't want, if I brought a child, I wouldn't want my child to be on social media right now because it's insane what you can find on social media. And it's like the kid, not only she said 2, something like that, but like that kid's gonna get judged. People bully little kids on the internet, even content kids, and they're gonna grow up and they're gonna see that too. So it's like you're going to put your kid through that as well.
Well, that's why I'm saying, like, I think you can, you know, find some middle ground here, some compromise.
Yeah.
Like maybe you use Facebook for these family moments and these cute little, you know.
Yeah, I think what you're talking about is really different.
Well, but I'm saying that's why I'm
talking about.
Right, and that's why I'm saying, you know, I understand the idea of the TikToks and going viral and the Instagram reels and like people that share them and you can forward them to other people. I know that's a little different. That's why I'm saying, like, maybe like, look, you know, Papa Billy, why don't you just focus on one app? Yeah. Like just Facebook and maybe don't do this. Put other stuff up. Yeah. Right? You know, if you want to like film yourself lip syncing Michael Jackson, go ahead.
Exactly.
Right? But just like let's just leave our kids out of this one. Yeah. So,
okay. I agree.
All right. Do we rate them yet? Because I lost track.
No, we didn't rate
All right. So I'm gonna do Insta Dad, Billy Instagram Dad. I'm gonna give him 3 dingleberries. I do think he's doing a little too extreme. And again, I like social media, and I think there are a lot of positives to it. But I also understand how it can become very toxic and bullying and a lot of problems. So I get that. Mama Lucinda, I'm going to give her 1.5 dingleberries. I think she's a bit overprotective. You know, I think there could be a middle ground here. I don't see any Feldman issues on either of them. I think they're both just. I think they both have their kind of way of doing things, and I understand one might be more protective, the other might be a lot, you know, more lackadaisical. So. That's what I'm saying. No Feldman rating, and 3 and 1.
Yeah, they just have a really different way. It's not about asshole or not asshole. They just have a really different way of looking at things.
I give Dad 3.5. I give Mom 1, and actually Shame. Yes, I'm gonna rate the dad on there. I'm gonna give him a 5 just because He's so old, still trying to go viral, man. Like, you're a dad. Let it go. You're not going to go Instagram viral. You're not going to become a content dad. Just let it go.
There are way too many people that made their life's purpose being an Instagram star.
You're a dad now. Your goal is to be a content creator. Let it go. Get a job, please. Let it go. That's how I feel. But that's the shame on me. 5 for him, because that's his goal. So no. All right, moving on.
Next one. Well, how many we got left? Because okay, all right, we got to go.
Or you want to do one?
We have to do some lawyering work.
Should we do just one?
Yeah, actually, I got a lot to do.
Do you want to just do one then?
Yeah, let's just make a last one.
Okay.
Whichever one it is.
Title is My Mother-in-Law Does Not Let Me Have Sex with My Husband.
Okay, that's an interesting one.
You said last one, so I went with the last one. My husband and I got married a year ago. He and I didn't live together before. In fact, we hardly even saw each other because we worked and studied at the same time. So our time was quite limited. We got married and went to live together in his apartment. Unfortunately, 2 months after our wedding, his father died in an accident. My mother-in-law and husband, who was an only child, were devastated as it was quite sudden. My mother-in-law, left alone, began to suggest that my husband that we move in with her to her house to keep her company, but because she is in another state, we couldn't due to our jobs in college. Then she came to us. Our apartment is 2 rooms, so my mother-in-law occupied one and my husband and I occupied another. I mean, my mother-in-law never liked me. She's one of the mother-in-laws who thinks that no woman is ever good enough for her son. And as a couple who are still in the honeymoon stage, we had sex very frequently, every day, even up to twice a day. Well, this changed when my mother-in-law arrived, since the apartment is small, so I didn't really feel comfortable doing it with her in the living room. The thing is that when we did not have sex with my husband, my mother-in-law when we did have sex with my husband, my mother-in-law would magically interrupt us. It didn't matter what time it was. Even if it was 3 a.m., she casually would get up and knock on our door asking us what we are doing, or telling my husband that she feels bad because her head hurts or stuff like that. This has been going since my mother-in-law moved in with us. It's been a stressful 7 months, and besides, I have no privacy of any kind. She criticizes everything I do, especially my food. My husband tries to give me a place saying things like, "It's not true, Mom. The food tastes good." What really annoyed me was the fact that she started saying that several things of value and money were lost in her room casually the day I stayed at home. I had the day off of work and study in the afternoons. I got really fed up and I told my husband that this wasn't really what I expected. I agreed to let her move in with us because my father-in-law passed and I was really trying to be empathetic to her and her pain, but I'm not going to let her call me a thief. Now I'm at my parents' house. My husband keeps calling me and sending me messages to come back. I don't know what to do anymore. This is really stressful. Am I the asshole?
No, run. I cannot even imagine being a newlywed.
Yeah.
And then having to live in a 2-bedroom apartment with your mother-in-law who fucking hates you.
Who every time she knows you guys are going to have sex comes and knocks on the door asking what you guys are doing.
And then accuses you of stealing.
And stealing.
Honestly, it's the stealing part that's the most upsetting.
Yeah.
I know. I'll tell you why. Okay. Look, for a moment, I had to just put myself in Billy's shoes. Okay. And maybe he just has a different type of relationship with his mother than I have with mine.
Right.
But at some point, I would be like, "Yo, Ma, I need to hit this. Okay, you got to stop. Okay,
Go somewhere.
I'll be
please.
like, I'd send her to a fucking movie, something, right? Or I'm serious. I mean, I hate to see. I'd dose her drink, something like fucking
7 months.
I like fucking squirt liquid Benadryl in her wine.
Yeah,
anything.
me too. Yeah.
Okay, no, I'm just saying, especially when you're at that newlywed stage, right? Come on. Now, if Mama and Billy had a good relationship, Mom would understand, right? Billy has needs. She doesn't have to like Lucinda because really you're doing your son a favor at that point, right?
Exactly.
So the stealing thing is just weird.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just odd. But now I know that you guys think I tend to always side with older people, but I wonder if no, I'm being serious now. I know that sort of paranoia is an early indicator of dementia and early onset of dementia. You start thinking people are stealing from you. They're intentionally withholding things from you. They're hiding things from you. I've seen that, firsthand from my own older relatives, my grandmother.
I didn't think of it like that.
So I'm wondering, and especially with the trauma of losing the husband, and that's why I'm not totally like. So that's why Mom's not going to get 5 dingleberries, but she's getting like 4.75 because I mean she's cock blocking her own son intentionally, and all she's doing is making it worse for him. Because if Lucinda is like most wives, they're happy to not have to, they don't always want to do it.
No, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
They're happy like, I could use a break again, right? No, poor fucking Billy. All right, he's the one suffering. So,
well, he kicked her out. I mean, he kicked her out.
Yeah, you fucking have to, and it's unfortunate.
She sold her house too and hasn't talked to anyone.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that ends like that.
Yeah, but you
right?
have to. Like that, you just have to.
I mean, if she wouldn't stop, like, we don't know if there was a bunch of discussions and then finally like an intervention and then it was like it blew up and whatever.
Maybe, yeah.
You don't know, but definitely that was a very unhealthy situation.
Yeah.
And look, here's what I can say with a relative amount of certainty, okay? If this were me and my mother were alive and I was at that age and a newlywed, my mom would honestly rather be homeless than be a burden on me or my brother.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the way she was.
My mom has always said the same thing. Like, I wouldn't even want to live, like, when she's like, when my kids get married, I don't want to live with them. I don't want to have to stay with you guys. She's like, because then you have to see everything in that relationship. You want to see that as a parent.
No, not just that, but I'm saying, like, it would be more about, look, if my son's happy, I'm going to have to just, suck it up, right? Okay.
You want your kids to be happy.
Right.
Exactly.
And if that's his happy choice, okay, I'm going to let him, be happy. I don't have to like it. Mm-hmm. And I think for a while that was very much like my own mother in that sort of sense. Like, if, Eric's got what he's, whatever, just, whatever. So I think that mother-in-law is a 4.75. I'm
going to give her all 5.
Okay, I'm saying. I do think she suffered a trauma and a heavy loss. She may not be able to all the way control herself. I know Hurricane has no patience for this kind of stuff. All right. Now, but at the same time, being frank, I heard the updates are different. I was going to give son Billy close to 4 dingleberries for allowing this.
He also didn't want her there because my husband also thanked me because he couldn't stand having his mother in our apartment anymore.
Well, he's just.
Well, at least he wasn't the kind of person that wanted mom there. I mean, that would be really.
He's saying that now, so the fucking floodgates reopen.
That could be it.
Yeah.
Okay, bottom line. Okay, he doesn't really trust me. He's not happy that his relationship with his mother blew up.
No,
he's finally happy, right, that he's able to fucking dip the wick again. That's all this is. Okay, he wants to play hide the salami with his wife, and he can't. And mom won't let him. And now that and now he can't be mad at her. Otherwise, he'll never get laid again.
Exactly.
I'm serious. That's all this is. Lucinda, I'm so glad you spoke up. I got you, girl. Come on, let's just talk about it for a minute, and then we can, get back to our life. Oh, and what about tonight, girl? I'm telling you, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Could be.
By the way, I'm going very off topic all the time today, but HR will tell you that now every time I see any kind of pickup scene, even remotely funny, I immediately think of, let me just talk to you for a second.
Oh my God.
And I say it out loud to her too. It's like, this is just, let me talk to you for a second. Because we're still like 7,500. Everybody needs to know at this point that Karina is a DoorDash driver magnet. God,
they don't even see me anymore.
They are the DoorDash driver. She is a DoorDash driver, delivery driver magnet.
I have been hiding, so
I'm just saying, right? Everyone, even the fucking Russian ones or the Armenian ones, they're like, "Wait, we speak now? Yes, let me speak. We speak together. Yes, we speak now." I'm telling you. You exude something, whatever it is, and it's only the fucking door. It's not
people, apparently.
And you know what? It's not the Grubhub ones because Grubhub leaves it at the door. It's the DoorDash guys have to come in.
Grubhub pays a little better. That's why the broke ones are the ones that try to talk to me.
Oh, that's kind of sad now. Sorry. Damn. So now that we're gonna wrap this one up, it was kind of fun. What are the next two? We got your pick and my pick.
Yeah.
So let's give the audience a little teaser. What are we in for?
My next episode is I wanted to do a courthouse one, like the one I told you. So I'm just gonna pick random stories that can be kind of seen from both sides. And I'm going to have one of us will be defending if they are the asshole. The other one is no, they're not the asshole, and this is why. And one of us will just be able to throw stuff out there just to.
All right, so it's like a courtroom cross-examination.
Yes.
Okay.
And yours will be
sister wives.
Sister wives.
Right. But one other thing I do want to say, I don't know, you can probably find it on a bunch of streaming services now, but I don't usually endorse TV shows or whatever, but I'm just going to say, honest to God, Amish Mafia is the fucking bomb. That show is so good. Listen, when a guy whose name is fucking Jebediah is like, yo, Lucius, wash my feet, just like they did for Jesus, our Savior, fucking priceless.
I thought the Amish didn't even use internet or
But that's the whole point.
Oh, okay.
It's pure gold. The main, the Amish Godfather guy drives a Cadillac. And he's not supposed to drive.
Right.
I'm telling you, it's just pure fucking gold. Trust me. And if there's a spike in the Amish Mafia streaming, I'll know that we have reach. Yeah. But I'm telling you, fam.
Oh, and there's 4 seasons.
So entertaining. So entertaining.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to have to watch it. But all right.
So, Hurricane,
Yes.
tell them where they can find us.
All right, guys. Thank you all for listening. We appreciate all the support. Remember, you can find us on Instagram at The Bensama Confirm and at The Late Podcast. You can visit our Twitter and TikTok at Bensama Confirm. You can visit our website at ebelaughing.us or you can email us at info@ebelaughing.us. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.